Derby have a visiting team on Tuesday night. They are back at home at Pride Park Stadium, and this time they welcome Charlton Athletic to the Pride Park Stadium. Now, it is a big game on Tuesday. It gives Derby the opportunity to pick up 3 points at home and build on their home form, which hasn't really been great this season. Their previous home game, they won 1-0 against Stevenage, but they went away from home just a few days ago and lost 2-1 at Barnsley. Now, that was a very rugged game. I don't think either of the last two games were very good. I don't think the performances were great, but we got the job done versus Stevenage. We didn't quite get the job done against Barnsley. So we head into this game against Charlton Athletic looking to rectify that and switch back from a loss to all 3 points. If you are enjoying this preview, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below or in this top corner over here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and I'll catch you at the end of the video. So as mentioned, we welcome Charlton Athletic on Tuesday night to Pride Park Stadium. Now, this is a bit of an up and down game because Charlton Athletic made a whole host of signings in January and Derby made a signing from Charlton. Derby bought in Blackett-Taylor from Charlton, and Blackett-Taylor hasn't really hit the ground running. We've barely seen him. He's not been involved the last couple of weeks due to an injury. Now, it's at the point where it's make or break for Blackett-Taylor. He's got to get himself into the side at some point because we have spent a transfer fee on him and he was supposed to aid us in getting into automatic promotion. But since signing, I believe he's only played around 100 minutes in total. So it's an and an ah with Blackett-Taylor. Hopefully he can get himself fit and ready for the game. Now, we did head to Charlton just earlier this month on the 3rd of February and we picked up a 1-0 victory. A victory which we were delighted with. Derby now find themselves in the top 2 and this game is massive, absolutely massive in my opinion. Now, if you look at the head-to-head, Derby have beaten Charlton 9 times out of 14 games. Charlton picking up 3 wins and 2 draws for the other 2 games. Now, for me, Derby and Charlton have always been those sides that they struggle against each other. If we look at these results, Derby lost 3-0 in 2019. Now, obviously, a long time ago. But we also lost last season 1-0 at Charlton. That was a game, if you remember, where we absolutely wiped the floor of them. Just couldn't put the ball in the back of the net. Now, it's a bit different this season. We are in those automatic promotion places. We are level on points with Bolton and 3 points ahead of Barnsley. But we are still 6 points behind Portsmouth. So, shall we now take a look at both sides' recent form. And let's see who Derby have to worry about really in the Charlton side and in the league because it's getting to crunch time. There's only 12 games left for Derby County. So you can see here the differing form from Derby County to Charlton, and I think it also shows in the league table. Derby have lost 1 of their last 5 and I think it's 3 since around the end of October when they played Stevenage, and Charlton haven't won in 5, lost 2, drew 3. Now, that 3-3 with Bolton was massively important for us at Derby, but it's not quite gone the way Charlton wanted it to. They changed manager a few weeks ago. We'll take a look into him. But as you can see, both sides have massively different form. And for me, Derby could put down a statement on Tuesday night, go and get a big victory and set the league alight for once, because I can't remember the last time we had a big win. I think it must have been Northampton, but that feels like months and months ago. Let me know down in the comments what you're thinking heading into this game. Do you think Derby can collect all 3 points? Do you think we're going to get automatically promoted? Let me know down in the comments. So if we look at this league table, you can see Barnsley are the team in form, in that playoff place at the moment on 63 with 3 wins and 2 draws. Obviously Portsmouth at the top, 4 wins and a draw. They face Oxford next, who lost on Saturday. Now Derby obviously are going to want to try and keep picking up those wins because it's getting tight in there now. Peterborough could get themselves back in quite easily if they win their game in hand. Bolton and both Barnsley could get level or above Derby depending on their games in hand too. Now we have to scroll down quite a long way to see Charlton. They are right on the cusp of relegation and a few weeks ago, Fleetwood were right in the running to get themselves out of relegation, but have since lost twice and drew twice. But you've got Cheltenham, who have really started to pick up some performances, and they've won 3 of their last 5. They're just a point now behind Charlton Athletic, and they have 2 games in hand. Now, Charlton will be looking to rectify their poor season and to try and keep themselves in League One. But are they going to be able to do it? Who knows? But shall we now take a look at their manager and their squad of players? There is a familiar face in the Charlton ranks. So here is the manager who jumped in at Charlton. He hasn't been able to pick up his first win yet, but he's picked up 2 draws and a loss in his first 3 matches. Nathan Jones, previously of Southampton, Luton Town as well. He's done an ever so important job with Luton, was unable to make the step up to the Premier League with Southampton, but is he going to be able to make a real difference at Charlton? It could be a big problem for us at the weekend if he finally gets his Charlton side firing. Now, here is the familiar face I was talking about before, Louis Watson. Spoke about him a couple of weeks ago in the first preview video. He still hasn't quite hit the ground running in professional football. At 22 years of age, he's going to be looking for a team where he can actually play first team football. Is he going to stay at Luton at the end of this season? Who knows? But he hasn't quite nailed down a starting spot for Charlton Athletic. The important thing about this list here is one of the key names on there, Blackett-Taylor, no longer plays for Charlton Athletic. He is now in our ranks, but is he going to be involved? Who knows? Alfie May still sitting there on 16 goals. Daniel Kanu on 4. Tyrese Campbell, 7 contributions in total. Now, they have a good group of players, but they just don't seem to be able to put performances on the board, and that is something which Nathan Jones will be looking to improve. Shall we now take a look at the squad of players which I think Derby are going to pick heading into this game, and who I think Derby really need to play and why we need to make those changes. Now, in recent fixtures, we have played with 3 at the back, and although Bradley did score at the weekend versus Barnsley, I think it's time for a change. I think we need to go back to the back 4. We've got Adams now, and Corey Smith has looked really good since getting back to fitness. I thought when he came on against Barnsley, he got in control of the ball and he started spraying some passes about. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get us back on level terms, but I think he could be a maestro in that midfield, giving Bird a bit more of a free role. I do think that we've got to start with Dwight Gayle. I think we've missed out on that focal point, and I think although he's not James Collins, he's not a big man, he could aid the front line massively. And obviously, those 2 wingmen of Mendez-Laing and Kane Wilson could be massively important to us. Now, you also look at that lineup, and it could easily flip into a 3-5-2 with Wilson dropping a bit deeper defensively and Mendez-Laing coming narrow with Elder pushing as a wing-back. So this could fit into Paul Warne's philosophy and style of the 3-5-2 or the 3-4-3 if you want to push Wilson, drop back, and then Bird, Mendez-Laing and Gayle as your front 3 type thing. So this is the formation and the team I'd go with. Let me know yours down in the comments. So we've previewed this Charlton game. It is the last game of February. Let me know down in the comments what you're predicting. Who do you think is going to win? Now, for me, I think it's going to be a very tough game. Dropping points at Barnsley, it makes this game ever more important, especially when you look at the chasing pack of Bolton and Barnsley. Even Peterborough could still get in the mix with as many games to go as we have. We're getting down into the countdown of 10 games to go. At the end of this week will be a predictions video for the upcoming month, and we'll review the previous month. So keep your eyes peeled out for that. Make sure you've hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you in my next video. Make sure to go and find me on TikTok, pictured here, and Twitter, pictured here. These are the places where I'll keep you all up to date with all my upcoming videos and my thoughts and feelings around the Formula 1 and football weekend.